Hello everyone and welcome to the RuntimeExtender product walkthrough. RuntimeExtender is also better known in our industry as a battery plate. We can attach a V-mount or a gold mount battery to the RuntimeExtender. We can also swap the batteries during set when the Astera lights, for instance, have low battery. So the RuntimeExtender allows us to extend the runtime on certain Astera lights. There are two versions of the RuntimeExtender, one V-mount and also a gold mount version. As you see here, we made a V-mount version and also a gold mount version. Depending on if you use V-mount or gold mount, we have both versions ready for you. These RuntimeExtender supports a 14.4 voltage battery and also a 26 volt battery. As just mentioned, you can use a 14.4 volt or a 26 volt battery. The RuntimeExtenders have two DC outputs which provides 24 volt, 100 watts in total shared on both of the DC outputs. So here on the RuntimeExtender we have the two DC outputs on barrel connection. This is a regulated output, so no matter if you're using a 14.4 volt battery or a 26 volt battery, this or these two outputs will provide 24 volts. Both of them will share 100 watts on the two outputs. Now the RuntimeExtenders of course have these 100 watts in total on the DC output. So it's also important to know which of the Astera lights we can use with the RuntimeExtender and also how many. One Hyperion tube, two Titan tubes, two Helios tubes, 4 pixel bricks and also 4 Hydra panels. Now let's take the V-mount RuntimeExtender and take a V-mount battery and click it onto the RuntimeExtender. Together with the RuntimeExtender, we also in addition made a 1.5 meter cable. So for instance, you can mount it on a C-stand so you are close to your light with the one you want to power up, of course. So the RuntimeExtender basically works as an external power source. Here we take the cable and plug into the Hydra panel. Then you also see here that it actually charges. We can of course use it while the Hydra panel is turned on as an additional battery pack. Now pixel bricks and Hydra panels are the only ones that allows 4 connected to the RuntimeExtender. And since the two DC outputs are shared on 100 watts, it doesn't matter if you have one going out of this output, 3 on the other, and also 2 on this one or 2 on the other one, or 4 out of 1, because the two DC outputs are shared. Now just as mentioned, we in addition made a 1.5 meter cables which reacts or acts the same way as the 5, 10, 15 meter cable and also the 200 millimeter cable. So when using this cable with power boxes, you can also transmit power and data through the same cable. When using it with the RuntimeExtender to the lights, it's only power. We did print a table on the back of the RuntimeExtender just to show what's compatible with the RuntimeExtender here, just so you don't have to walk around and remember how many lights, which type of lights that you can use with the RuntimeExtender. The RuntimeExtender also have several mounting options, and on the RuntimeExtender has 2 airline tracks. There's something new, a hex connect, also brick mount, which originally comes from the pixel brick, and we can also use the track pin for the RuntimeExtender. The hex connect looks like this. We can either put it here or slide it into the back, or we can slide it into the side. It depends a little bit how you want it mounted. Here we can now slide it in, and using a specific type of clamp, we can now put it on here. And of course, because of the hexagon, it will not move or spin around. It's fixed in this position. So depending on how you turn this clamp right here, we actually have a fixed position and it sits nice and tight. Then we can of course mount it on a C-stand close to the light we want to at the RuntimeExtender or in a truss. Next up is the brick mount, which was originally made for the pixel brick. If you do have some specific or special places you want to mount the runtime extender, use this brick mount. It has sink holes, you can screw it into ceilings or walls, slide it into the runtime extender, and also mount it in a bit more weird places. Then there's also the track pin, which is also suitable for some of the other Astera lights, such as AX9 or Pixel Brick. Take the track pin here and we can simply just slide it in, and then we can mount it, of course, on the back and also on the side here. Now, IP rating is also an important thing. Because of the battery connection on the runtime extenders, it is rated IP20. Also means that we cannot use it outdoor when it's raining. The runtime extenders, of course, comes as a single unit, whether you want to have a V mount or a gold mount. We also made a kit of 4 with a bunch of accessories included. As you can see here to my right, single units, so whether it's a V mount or a gold mount, also comes with, of course, the runtime extender itself, 1 hex connect and also 1 brick connect. And that doesn't matter whether it's the V mount or the gold mount version. The runtime extenders also comes as a kit of 4, and here you also see the size of the case. Weight is actually very lightweight, and of course you see the case here is not very big. This is with a kit of 4 hex connect, 4 brick connect. Of course the transportation case, super clamps is also included with the kit of 4. And for you guys to see how the case is arranged, we have the super clamps here. Here we do have the hex connect, and here in the middle we have the brick connect. And of course the 4 runtime extenders and also 4 1.5 meter cables with the kit. So that was all about the runtime extender, both V mount and also gold mount. Thank you for watching.